Hello traders, in this video we're going to go over the results so far of my small cap market open day trading plan. We've taken 66 trades so far. I want to take it to 100 before we decide, is this profitable or what do we need to do to make it more profitable? And this is the plan I'm talking about here. This is just a little piece of it. You can see there is a lot of contents. This is actually two plans attached together, and my rules, so that's why it's so big. The plan itself is probably 10 pages or so, and most of it is daily reminders like this one right here. The only daily goal is to stick to the trading plan 100%. There's a lot more reminders in here that are much more specific. Let me show you. Here we go. Stop trading for the day if the stock you choose to trade breaks below point A of the ABCD pattern, even if you haven't taken any trades or only one trade, etc. So it's things like this that this plan is filled with. There is step-by-step instructions on how to take trades with this plan, but these daily reminders are really kind of the meat and potatoes of this day trading plan. And I read this every single day because these reminders are things that have happened to me, mistakes I've made along my entire trading career, that I want to constantly remind myself not to make again. And if you don't read those daily reminders every single trade day, you are going to forget them, because those issues that pop up once in a while that cause you to make those mistakes, you don't see them every day, even if you trade every day. So it's so important to have that. So if you are interested in that plan or any of my trading plans or tools, they are available on patreon.com/tradingarmor. At the battle plans tier level. That's where you get access to everything. So you'll get access to my trading plans, my calculators, my spreadsheets, all that kind of stuff. Also, something I've been doing just recently has been posting live trading videos, full-length, unedited live trading videos, and we've got like 4 up here so far. There hasn't been a lot of action lately in the market, as I'm sure you know, but for example, today was a very active day, at least for me, with KPTI, and I decided to go ahead and release that video on YouTube for free. This would normally be a Patreon exclusive video, but just wanted to give you a taste of what you might see live on the video. This ended up being a max loss day, so it's a little bit, it's not the ideal video to release, but it was a very active day. There was a lot going on with this stock, so I thought it would be interesting to share that. So check that out if you haven't already. Let's get to the spreadsheet and look at the results. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. I know it's kind of hard to see what's happening, but basically we've been trading this plan since mid-September. I did have a long period where I couldn't trade because I was working on studying for board exams, so that's what all this gray area is. So there was lots of breaks. There were some days in between where I just couldn't trade. But as I said, we've done 66 trades so far. The plan only allows us to take up to 3 trades per day. So if I scroll to the right here, you see trade number 1, and then here's trade number 2, trade number 3, and that's it. Then at the end, we just have some notes. And other than that, the kind of the crux of this test is to only trade one single share. So we're using real money. We're not paper trading, and it's really important because paper trading does not mimic real trading well enough that you're going to be able to produce real statistics that you can apply with real money. So as we scroll down, we can see the first trade, there's a lot of red, and that's something that, we're only learning because we're taking those trades. And the second trade, there's a lot more green. Let me just go to the second trade here. I'll do kind of a quick scroll up. There's some places on the spreadsheet that I still need to clean up here. But you can see that there's a lot more, at least mix of a red and green on the second trade. The third trade isn't doing so hot either, but there's barely any third trades. I think 6 trades total. So not a lot to go on there data-wise. But the real important stuff here is all this data down here. So we've taken 66 trades so far. This is really interesting. We're not really tracking P&L because we're not taking the same risk on every trade. We're just tracking like how much is this costing us to run this test. So we've taken 66 trades so far, trading only one single share, and we've only spent $4.84 on 66 trades. So that's pretty cheap to gather real usable data that you can use to make a plan and build a strategy. So I think that's a lot better than going in full position size if you're a new trader and just kind of trying anything or doing what someone else says works. I can guarantee you that's not going to work out for you in the long run. So this is our results so far as is, without any modifications or any changes. If we just hold to 2R, we're actually down minus 1R, which again is not bad after 66 trades, and we're learning, we're collecting data. If we would have held every single trade to 3R, we would be up 8 times our risk right now. And if we didn't make, actually there were 2 error trades. So if we didn't make the error trades, we would be up 2R, I believe. I might have to check that one. Once this plan is done, once I've taken 100 trades, I will go through and audit this very carefully. But this data is either 100% correct or 99% correct. So, or at least gives you a good idea of what's going on so far. So the win rate right now is actually just break even, because whenever you hold 2 to 1, 33% is break even. But that is because our first trade fails very often. You can see that over here. This is a very important statistic to track, is how often each of your trades are working. So trade number 1, we've taken 38 trades so far. 9 of them have worked. And that means that trade number 1 is not profitable, at least not to holding the 2R. If you hold the 3R, it's like borderline break even, because the break even win rate for 3R is 25%. So if that's one of the changes that I'm planning to make too. Once we finish this test, when we actually start trading full position size with this plan, I'm going to hold every single trade to 3R, because it just makes sense. We're making more money with 3R than we are with 2R. And then trade number 2 works out 50% of the time, which is great, because 33% is break even with 2R, 25% is break even with 3R. So that's a really good result. Trade number 3 doesn't look so hot, but it's not really, this data is not very useful, because there's only been 6 trades taken on trade number 3. So that's not that helpful yet. So we're just going to keep tracking that even once we get into full position size. And once we have more trades, then we'll know better, how often trade number 3 works out. And this is just the win rate if we've didn't make any changes other than holding the 3R. So again, break even for 3R is 25%, and we're at around 29%. So profitable there. Now, here is some data, and I released a video, I think a week or 2 ago, and I screwed up the math on this somehow. I think I just did it real fast, but this should be correct now. I calculated, what if we did everything exactly the same way, but we left out trade number 1? Excuse me. What would the results be? And that's important because, I just want to make sure I wasn't muted there. That's important because that's what we're trying to do. As we move forward with this, once we get to the 100 trades, we're going to remove trade number 1, because we know trade number 1 doesn't work. We'll use it as an entry signal, not as an actual entry. So if we would have done everything the exact same way up to this point, but no trade number 1, just use it as an entry signal, we would be up 10R with our 2R profit target, and we would be up 14R with our 3R profit target. So that's pretty huge. That's 40% more with 3R, and that kind of goes to show you why holding the 3R is a lot better idea. At least, when it works out statistically, and it does in this case, it does with the small cap stocks. It doesn't always work out with like mid caps and large caps. So that's something you have to study and track yourself. Some other maybe data that you might find useful right here. So other than that, that's the results so far. I'm really happy with the way things are going, because we're learning a lot, and we are seeing where the weakness is in this plan, like trade number 1, and we know what to do about that. So that's pretty cool. If you have any questions about this trading plan or these results or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. Again, if you want access to all this stuff, it's patreon.com/tradingarmor. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys watching the YouTube videos. Hit the like button if you find them helpful. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, go into every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.